Hey everyone, Jordan St. Jones here, host and creator of the BorderlineDad podcast. I really appreciate you being here, whether it's your first time, your millionth time, or your billionth time. The fact that you'd come on by and give me a listen means the world to me. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks. This episode is going to be short. Maybe. I might end up rambling and go on for an hour. After this, though, I'll be switching to every other day for an episode instead of every day. At least for now, I might pick up again down the road, but I think every other day. Tired. I think is good. I was just watching a movie, and I was watching. It's not a movie that you would have originally thought would be an emotional movie with some big lessons or some mushy stuff, some feel good stuff. But I'm not gonna go into obviously the names. I try to keep everything pretty anonymous on this show, but it really got me. Emotionally. It got me emotionally invested in the movie. Like at one point, my heart was racing, and towards the end, happy tears started flowing. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a guy who cries sometimes. Actually, like probably 85% of the time during movies. I'll cry, or and 90% of the time I'll at least maybe get a little teary eyed, but not every movie. I'm pretty tired. I know this is a super late one, but like whatever, man. It doesn't matter because it's all recorded. It's all on a bunch of different sites. You can listen to it anytime. So I don't know why I keep saying, oh, this is a late one. It's not like anyone's listening to this live, That's kind of cool, though. I'd love to do a live podcast, I'd love to be able to do a podcast where people, they can listen to it live. I might try to set up, like a Discord or like maybe Twitch, YouTube. My ultimate thing is I want to do a YouTube. The problem is that I'm still struggling with wanting to kind of reveal myself, my identity, my face, because people just, people have not been the kindest to me growing up, and so I have no self-esteem, no self-confidence. Doing this has helped, I guess, but I'm really just talking to myself. No one's really talking back, which I don't expect them to, but like YouTube has that YouTube Live where you could you could chat and stuff. I know a lot of YouTubers have like Patreon or different different ways of raising money. I could kind of I kind of wish I could set something like that up, but nobody would really donate to me anyway. I hate asking for money. I hate asking for help. But like I talked about in another podcast, it's okay to ask for help. But instead of being like, hey, here's my Cashapp, or here's a Patreon, or here's a whatever. I'm just gonna continue to do my thing. Raise money that way. Hopefully eventually start YouTube. I'm BorderlineDad, YouTube.com. I think if you go to my blog, which I haven't updated in forever, I was originally going to do that every day, but then I was like, I don't want to. I kind of want to do more speaking, more, like podcasts, and then eventually move into YouTube. But BorderlineDad.wordpress.com has, I think, more information on how to get to my YouTube. Apparently, I don't get my own HTML or whatever it is until I have like 100 subscribers. I don't have any videos yet, though. But if you are listening to this, you want to go subscribe, fucking go for it, because eventually I'll be on there. Eventually I'll be on there making videos. I'm going to actually kind of work on setting up a little tiny office. I have a space in my house where I could do that. I have a couple spaces, but I'm trying to think about, what would work best. And, I think I have a spot. I just have to clear it out. But anyway, so see, I started rambling. This movie got me all emotional. I was tearing up, and it made me think about. It made me think about a lot of things. One of the things was, my. I'm terrible at wording things, So anyway, I'm trying to think. So, I thought about who I am as a father, how good or bad of a father I am. I know I'm not the worst dad out there. I don't abuse my kids. I don't, fucking smoke or drink around them. Like, I don't do drugs around them. Like, I don't do drugs at all or smoke at all, but you know what I mean? Like, if I did, I wouldn't do it around them. I don't have them hanging around strangers in another city at 11 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? I'm a good dad. I'm not some uncle or relative, who visits once in a while. And I say that because I know parents out there who don't deserve to be called parents. They're essentially an aunt who maybe comes and visits once in a while. But anyway, I thought about how a lot of people are encouraging me. That, you're a good dad. You're a good dad. You're doing a great job. It's not easy, but the truth is, I'm not doing a great job, but at least I don't feel like I am. You know what I mean? Like, I know it could be worse, 100%. But, I wake up in the morning, if it's not a school night, which, none of these nights are school nights nowadays. But, if it's a school night, I'll go to bed early. I'll go to bed by 8 at the latest. And if sometimes when my kids go to bed, my son needs a little extra love, meaning he'll come back downstairs saying he wants to hang out with me. And I'm never going to be like, no, go back upstairs, it's bedtime. Like, what we usually do is we'll put on YouTube or watch wrestling. We'll put on YouTube, look up funny videos like, these two guys that'll try to turn different things into tacos. Will it taco or will it hamburger? Those guys. I'm big fans. I watch almost all their videos, but obviously anonymity. Or we'll watch like superhero clips from like movies, like whatever. I don't know. I talk about anonymity, but I'm 100% certain I've mentioned various things before. I don't know. I don't think I should be afraid to mention it. We watch Rhett and Link. They're funny dudes. Sometimes we'll watch like superhero movies. We watched the Avengers when Hulk, said, "Oh, I'm always angry," and he punched that big fucking space metal worm thing. Superman. We watch videos. I'll get him a couple of cookies, some milk, and we'll just step a little bit late. But it's hard because I don't know. so I get up in the morning. I get their outfits. My son can change himself, so he does. He asks for privacy, so he goes in his room or the bathroom, which is 100% understandable. And I change my daughter, clean her up. If she's had an accident, sheets, blankets. I take care of it. I don't let it just sit. And then, fresh diaper, clothes, whole line, socks. I like to get them fully ready first thing. Meaning, I don't wait to get their shoes on. Like, when I'm getting them dressed in the morning, I get socks, shoes, most of the time coat. Sometimes, like, in the wintertime, like, sometimes I'll wait on the coat, but they have sock, shoes. And then, obviously, in the summertime, you shouldn't really need to worry about a coat. But anyway, get them up, get them dressed, I feed them, and then that's kind of when, it's kind of when I start to feel like a shit dad. Like, I know I'm doing okay, but it's a lot of repeat foods, a lot of frozen waffles popped in the toaster. Sometimes I'll put syrup on them. Most of the time during the week, I'll put like butter and stuff, but if it's really sticky, or like I'll make a big breakfast, but it'll only be on the weekends, just because, I'm on a time crunch. From the time we get up to the time we're out the door is 45 minutes. So, reheated waffles, cereal, or not reheated, but you know what I mean, like from freezer to toaster, cereal, toast, it's pretty much it. The occasional Pop-Tart, and so, it's pretty cheap, pretty quick breakfast, which, again, maybe I shouldn't feel bad about, but I do, just because that's how my brain works. I get them off to school, and then I'll either, if it's like an errand day, I'll do errands, shopping, laundry, whatever needs to be done, cleaning. If it's, any other day of the week, like typically my errand days are Mondays, so Tuesday through Friday, I'll work DoorDash, unless it's, like, if it's raining or sprinkling, like, I'll still work. But, like, if it's heavy fucking downpouring, I'm not going to work. I won't. I'll always work if it's snowing, unless there's, like, an ice hazard and there's warnings and people are like, dude, you should staff the roads. They suck. I don't know. Try to work when I can, I don't make excuses, but I'm also not stupid. I've been in a few accidents, and I'm fucking terrified of it. And when it, I don't know, like, I just try to be extra careful in that area while still going to work. And I talked about self-care in another episode, and whenever I indulge, as I call it, in self-care, whether it's staying up a bit late, taking an extra long shower, ice cream, video game, whatever it is, video game, I always feel horribly guilty because I feel like I could have used that money that I spent on the ice cream on fucking juice boxes for the kids, or another case of diapers or whatever, or I don't know. I just feel like I always feel like I could do better. And it's not just self-care. Like, when they get home from school, my son loves to play on his iPad, and we have it hooked up so I can kind of play with him on the Xbox. Like, he'll be on his iPad, I'll be on the Xbox. So what we'll do when he gets home is we'll work on, any schoolwork that he has. And then, which is not a lot, thankfully, at the moment. He's still young, but so we get it done and we play video games. And I struggle with a lot of self-doubt. Also, I know I'm present in their lives, much unlike, their mother. Their mother comes and visits maybe once a week, maybe every other week. So I know I could be doing worse, but I also always feel like I could be doing better. My dad did not have a good relationship with his dad, and at some point I didn't have a good relationship with my dad for various reasons. So I'm always kind of afraid, it's always in the back of my mind that he's going to grow up to hate me. I've always wanted to be the one that break that cycle. I tell him I love him a million times a day. I give him extra lovin's, and it's hard too with my daughter because it's hard for me to do one-on-one stuff with her because she mostly wants to be on her tablet or whatever, and she is also if I try to do one-on-one stuff with her, he'll get upset because I'm not with him. I'm a bit more sympathetic for. I love both my kids the same. There's no favorites, but I definitely have a little more sympathy. And I feel like I need to do more with my son because he is a lot like I was, which is not a good thing. I guess I still have a lot of guilt from hurting him by yelling a lot. I've never physically harmed him. I've never called him names, but I've yelled a lot when he was younger. And he's only 7. He was 3, 4, even 5. Those were the years where I really fucked up. And it's hard for me to admit this without bursting into tears because I don't ever want to hurt my children. I've never wanted to, and I know that I have in that way. I've hurt a lot of people by yelling, and I know it's scarred him. I know it has, and I've done everything I can to make it up to him, I guess, I always do one-on-ones with him if I can. I always, I spoil my kids no matter what, but I always give him an extra cookie, or when I lay my daughter down sometimes, I'll shut her door, we'll put the gate up. Well, it's already up, but we shut the door. You know what I mean? But anyway, the gate door and the regular door. And then I'll get my son and we'll go downstairs. And we'll play a game or we'll stay up a little bit. I wanted to make this tonight instead of skipping a night because right now I'm just feeling very emotionally raw. And I feel like part of this journey is sharing everything with you guys. My inspirations that I talk about, share when they go through things emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever, they share it all, and they put their lives out there, And as a result, sometimes people control that. Sometimes people can just really hurt them emotionally and mentally, and that's not okay. But I wanted to put this out there because I'm having a lot of emotion, and I wanted to talk about it. I don't feel like I'm doing enough with my daughter, especially during the shutdown. Now we do coloring. We're not on the TV all day. We currently we have about a 2-hour block, if we can manage it. That's my goal. Well, if we get to an hour and a half, fine. But we have about a ideal 2-hour block of time, in the mornings, where we shut off all tablets, we shut off the TV, we shut off everything, and we will spend some of that time working on schoolwork. We'll do about 3 assignments a day. Well, that's the goal. If I can slip in another small one, like my son reading a book, I will. But I don't know. I'm looking at the timer now, and I said this was going to be a short one, but it's already 21 minutes. But my daughter, both my kids are my everything, my world. And it's hard because, I just don't do as much, I guess, as I should. Or I feel like I don't. I feel like I'm doing what I can, but it's also not enough. I know they love me. I mean, I'd like to think they do. But, I don't know. I do what I can. They're going to know who's there for them. Another thing I want to talk about is, with borderline personality disorder, when I get emotionally raw, I'm fucking busted wide open. I spill everything, and my emotions, I can no longer keep in check. One of the side effects of not just borderline personality disorder, but one of the side effects of what I've been through is a super intense fear of abandonment. And I just feel like I am gonna scare my girlfriend off. I feel like she's gonna think I'm crazy, or she's gonna, I don't know, because I'll say, "Are you okay?" a lot, or I'll message, "I hope all is good," because it took me a long time to find her, and for us to find each other. And took me 2 years, a lot of heartbreak along the way. I've set up a lot of dates that have canceled in the past. It's not been an easy road. And part of BPD is that it's either all good or all bad. That's how I feel. And so I'm not having a good night. And it's all, I don't know. It's something that I wanted to talk about. How quite often, especially in the past week, I have felt like I haven't done enough for my kids, how I felt a bit like a failure. I wanted to talk about how I'm afraid I'll scare off my new love, and I want to share these moments because, again, if just one person out there listens to this and maybe doesn't feel so alone anymore, then I'll call that a win. I'll call that a win because I want to share everything with you as much as I can, in hopes that you go, oh, you know what, hey, he has these moments too. And of course, when I feel like a failure, or I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I feel like I'm going to scare someone off, having BPD means those feelings are intensified tenfold of what a normal person would feel. I'm feeling so down right now, but I didn't want to hide it. I wanted to share it with you, and I hope that's okay. I want to start YouTube. I want to start trying to reach more people, but I also have a fear of my family finding this podcast and getting extremely upset. They'll see it as digs. They'll see it as bashing. They'll see all the negative bits about it, how I've talked about them. At least that's what I feel, and I feel like they wouldn't understand why I'm talking about it. I'm not continuously every episode bringing up what happened, but I've wanted to share my story from my perspective this whole time. If someone in my family does find this podcast, recognizes my voice, recognizes the story, then, so be it. So be it. I will deal with the fallout, and I'll share it with you. And whatever happens, happens. I don't know. There's so much on my mind lately. This world is it seems like it's falling apart. Political parties can't get their shit together. The government's failing. Society is crumbling, it seems like. You got the white supremacists saying that they want to spread the virus even more, of course. I'm not here to get political, but that's not okay, right? We want to contain this thing. Especially if you have elderly loved ones that you don't want to see die, I've been feeling... I felt like a failure for such a long time, and I felt like a failure for a long time. I've had doubts for a long time. I've had so many emotions about so many different things, and they've all intensified in the past week. So, I got 2 weeks minimum, right, left of this lockdown. Could be more. We're not legally, by law, quarantined in our homes yet, at least not where I am. I'm on the east coast of the U.S., and where my state is, it's got cases. We've had at least one death from this virus, but we're all still allowed to leave, we're all still allowed to go shopping if we need, or, whatever. It's not like the governor has said, listen, you can't leave your homes. But it still feels like we're trapped, because I can't really go to the parks. We're not supposed to anyway. I can't have play dates, or we're not supposed to have play dates. And part of me wants to not give in to the fear. Part of me wants to kind of live, not on the edge, but like, look, if you, there's some people that'll be like, listen, you can go to the park, but just wash your hands really good after. It's not, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm scared of going somewhere because, I mean, my grandmother is, she has chemo. She's got pretty serious terminal cancer. She's had it for years. And she's, especially after chemo, her immune system is just fucking compromised, shot, whatever. And I don't want her to go. The other reason I'm scared to go anywhere, the main reason I'm scared to go anywhere alongside that is if I get this coronavirus and I don't make it, I'm the only decent parent that my kids have. I haven't been with my girlfriend long enough to be like, here, take the kids. Like, we're still so new. If I pass, though, we have a plan. It's not in writing, but we should get it in writing. But, like, I want my kids to go to my parents, my mom and stepdad. And if they're already passed, then they'll go to my sister. And, if something happens or she needs help or whatever, my brother's there. And, there's just so much on my mind that I wanted to talk about. I can already tell I'm not going to sleep tonight. It's okay to cry, though. It's okay to show emotion. It's okay to talk about it. There's not just a stigma around asking for help, but there's a big stigma around showing emotion, talking about emotion. And I see nothing wrong with it. I made a lot of mistakes. I've had many lives, many faces. I don't admit to all of them. I've been a few different people in my lifetime, but right now, if somebody asked me how I would describe myself, I'd say father. Kids have given me purpose. They help me continue living on, My mother takes them once a month. I mean, lately it's been more. But a typical she'll usually take them at least once a month, sometimes more. But when she does, it's a nice break from the kids. But at the same time, as bad as I want to break from the kids sometimes, when they go to my mom's, it's hard. I miss them. I want them home. Excuse me, but I know that a break is also a recharge, a chance to self-care, a chance to work, a chance to, get out of the house. It could be a chance to take a nap, play a video game, watch a movie you've been wanting to watch. Like, it's a great opportunity for me, but at the same time, it's so damn hard. When the split first happened, the divorce, the ex was taking the kids for like 3-4 days at a time, overnights, and through a series of unfortunate events, I now have them full time. I say unfortunate because they weren't, they were unfortunate events, but it led to me having them full time, which is honestly the coolest thing. It's hard. It's the hardest thing, but it's also the coolest thing. I've gotten to see them grow and progress and learn new words, and when they draw pictures, it's just me and the kids, and I love that. And they love my new girlfriend very much, and I think she loves them too. I know I'm rambling a lot. I know some of what I'm saying might not make any sense, or it might be hard to hear, choppy, whatever, but I just really needed to talk about my feelings out loud, and I didn't want to wait. I did not want to wait, because I think it's so important to talk about things. So important. And, you know, I just, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do sometimes. I hate feeling like this. But I got my kiddos, and it is seriously the best job in the world. It was such an adjustment at first, but I would not have it any other way. You know, my kids are so close together, so, you know, one looks out for the other, and it's just amazing. And I pity those people who even can think for a second that they're a real mother when they're not. You know, a deadbeat. That's what some people would say, but not me. I don't bash. It was a good day. It's just that movie really got my emotions. I was watching Jay and Silent Bob reboot, you know, and it's not a spoiler, but it, you know, the basis of the movie is that they're going to go to Hollywood to stop a movie from being made, and, you know, Jay, who's played by Jason Mewes, finds out that he has a kid, and so that alone that alone is like, I'd do anything for my kids, you know? Look, I know I'm rambling. I could ramble on for another 2 fucking hours, but I'm gonna go to bed. I love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, or I'll talk to you a couple days from now. You know, I'm gonna, you know, if not I'm gonna do every other day, if not every day, kind of thing, where I'm gonna do what I can. If I mentally just can't do anything, I'm not going to force myself. But if I have emotions like these, if I have a moment like this or a night like this, I'm going to talk about it, because I think it's important to talk about it. So, alright, well, I will talk to you all later.